Nothing will go right for Jimmy Tilleen. The pressure will mount. Bottom of the table after 6 games for Jens Bertolascu. The first win has come, and they did look the more likely, it must be said. But it took stoppage time drama to separate these two. The substitute, John Katrumbis, got the all-important one before Apostolos Stamatoulopoulos rattled in the penalty after that. And Michael, who is your player of the match this evening?
Well, that man in your picture, not him, that's Fadinger, but they look very similar, don't they? Elliot Watt, his midfield partner, absolutely outstanding. Thought he was brilliant all day, taking the ball, dictating the game, playing forward, always helping his teammates and being a constant threat to cut open the opposition. Elliot Watt, he was my man of the match, Rory.
Aberdeen remain winless, 1 point at the foot of the table. Jimmy Tilleen's side remain goalless. They go over to thank their supports for all that they have given, but that support is waning. That Scottish Cup victory, even though it was only in May, feels a long time ago. But Motherwell will not have their thoughts on that at all. It's all about their first win of the league season. That will propel them up the table, and it's been a great start. Unbeaten. I mean, we talked about it before, Michael. Unbeaten but winless is a very strange situation to be in. Now it looks a whole lot better.
Absolutely, and it's what the difference a win makes. Up to 4th in the table, undefeated. Things are bubbling along really nicely for Jens Bertolascu and his Motherwell side. Semi-final to look forward to next month as well. Yeah, it's all positive at Fir Park. Well, for the Dons, it's just misery after misery.
How do you see that playing out for Jimmy Tilleen? They've got a big European campaign starting.
Do you know, I think he's going to be a little bit shell-shocked here, coming away 2-0. It wasn't a great performance, but it was okay. Now it's just the continuation of that narrative. The players are going to be so low, the confidence is going to be battered again, and they've got a huge game against Shakhtar on Thursday night. I think it's impossible to really say how things are going to play out from here over the next week or two, Rory.
Well, thank you, Michael. Let's hand down, because the full-time score is Motherwell 2, Aberdeen 0.
Thank you very much for that, Rory. I think the pictures tell 1,000 stories on both sides. Jimmy Tilleen, of course, looking as if it's what's going to happen next, looking as if it's a difficult period, and I guess not really knowing what to say to these Aberdeen fans who are making their way outside Fir Park. But for Motherwell, what a way to get your first victory of the Scottish Premiership season. Alan, it took them long enough, 93 minutes.
It definitely took them long enough. But what an ending to a game of football.
Yeah.
I mean, look, I thought especially in the second half they thoroughly deserved it. It was the team that was really pushing forward. But I must say, the Lazetic effort, I thought that was a huge turning point. I think when he cuts inside, he just needs to hit it first time. Ward's way out the box, and then ultimately what happened.
Yeah, you know, it's a real sickener. You know, I certainly didn't think Aberdeen deserved to win the game. I thought they looked a bit more solid. I mean, Motherwell were the better team overall, and it was one of those nights. We spoke about the slippery surface. It might affect some mistakes, and unfortunately, obviously, a mistake leads to the goal.
But I suppose in that situation it's the same for both, isn't it?
Oh no, of course it is, absolutely. But the Lazetic opportunity, he just has to hit it with his left foot. Understands the goal, he's far off his line, hit with your left foot. Keskinen has an opportunity as well, taking Gordon down the line, and he hits the side netting. So in football, there's small margins. Unfortunately, Aberdeen just weren't able to take any of them.
And we'll hear from both Jimmy Tilleen, and we'll hear from Jans Bertel Askew as well. But let's have a look at this table. That makes very interesting reading after 6 games. Hearts top the league after 6 games. Celtic just behind them in 2nd place, and Motherwell up to 4th. But I tell you what, not great reading if you're an Aberdeen fan, because Aberdeen are sitting bottom of the table. They're still there on 1 point. And tonight told a story. We'll get all the reaction after this short break. Here we are bringing you reaction from the Scottish Premiership. It was Motherwell 2, Aberdeen 0. Let's get some reaction from the home team. The player of the match tonight, Elliot Watts, and the goal scorer, John Contribus, is with Stephen Craigan.
Elliot, what an end to a game. What's your take on it?
Yeah, brilliant ending, and finally a bit of luck that we've probably deserved throughout the season. I thought our performances in general throughout the season have been brilliant, but lacking a bit of quality at times in the final third. But throughout the season, I don't think we've had any luck in that final third with anything going our way really. And then finally, Johnny hits a great left foot strike, and the keeper makes a mistake, which that's unfortunate for him. But yeah, we're delighted, because at that point I thought we were really pushing to get the 3 points.
There's a real responsibility in your role within the team. The managers give you that, retaining possession, building play, being patient. Are you thriving in that role?
Yeah, I'm loving it, and it makes it easy when you're playing in a good team with great lads, and the staff are pushing me every day to get better. So yeah, loving every single minute of it, and yeah, I feel like I'm doing well at the minute, and long may it continue. There's
been a bit of criticism around not seeing games out, not getting games over the line. How much will this do for the confidence of the team?
Yeah, not just tonight, but last week. I thought last week we was a bit off it in terms of our performance levels, but we showed going away to Pittodrie that we can fight and we can stick in and come away with a result there with being resolute in our defending and being hard to beat. So yeah, we took great confidence from last week, and we knew that if we could just marry that up with our in possession work, that we'd stand a great chance tonight, and thankfully we've done it.
Johnny, the message from the manager, I don't think it was to have a shot with your left foot, but what was the message from the manager going onto the pitch?
He just said, I'll throw you on 20 minutes to go, and I just want you to just run forward and create as much opportunity as possible.
Because Aberdeen were sitting deep, they were getting men behind the ball. It almost felt like it was going to take a moment of magic or a mistake. Unfortunately, it was a mistake that fell in your favour.
I think it was magic turned into a mistake, if anything. Look, they sat back. It felt like they were defending the game, and I think, yeah, like Elliot said, we've just been unfortunate not to be clinical in that box. Whether if it falls to our left back, if it falls to our striker or midfielder, it's just we haven't had that luck. And tonight we saw it, and as well as last week.
Was today one of those days where it was a case of finding a way to win?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, we've proved enough on the ball that we can work our way up the pitch, and the likes of Els in the midfield, working it from side to side. We do get up there. It's just. We do need to find that clinical finish in the box and finishing off our actions.
Is it one of those ones, Elliot, where the play's been dominant, you've had your chances, you haven't taken them? I wouldn't mean you'd settle for a draw, but you're thinking at a stage it's probably going to drift into 0-0, and then suddenly out of nothing the game changes.
Yeah, of course, and that's football in a nutshell. You can be in complete control and dominating play, but at any given minute, the game can flip on its head, and we've been on the receiving end of that a few times this season. So yeah, like I touched on, we're just delighted that finally, for once this season, it's gone our way and we've had a bit of luck.
Elliot, you're the Premier Sports Man of the match. John, if you'd please do the honours.
Cheers, mate. Appreciate it.
Well played, lads.
There's something to do with luck, and there's something to be said about that, but you need to put the work in. You need to be in the right place at the right time, and John Kajumba certainly was that for 1-0.
He certainly was. I think you make your own luck, and they're spot on with what they're talking about. I think the build-up play, everything that they do is excellent, and it's just that final bit in the final third. And Katrumbas, as he said, his manager wants him to go on, attack, get forward, make something happen, and that's exactly what he does. As soon as he gets the ball, he's coming inside, hits it with the left. And Mitov, look, he won't need me to stand here and tell him that he's made a mistake. He'll know that himself. It's a relatively soft strike, and he should be doing better.
Especially at that moment, in such a crucial game. The pressure's already piled on Aberdeen, and just those moments, whether it's lack of concentration, whatever it is.
Connie, see that ball forward? It is a serious lack of concentration, like you're saying there. Dorrington gets dragged out. the striker's wide and there's nobody marking him. It's far too easy, far too easy, especially at that stage in the game when it's been pretty solid for the majority of it. We go chasing and we've not tracked runners, and then listen, once you get in the box, regardless of who it is, if they have a shot on target, you never know what can happen.
And then 90 minutes plus 7, this happened. And I think Mikey was saying in commentary, Alan, that he initially didn't necessarily think it was a penalty, had gone down, but what do you make of it?
Well, Song's definitely made the most of it. You can see here Devlin just knocks it back. Dorrington puts out a leg, Song goes over it. It's minimal for me, but you'll probably see better angle here. When he gets the first contact, there is contact there. I think he throws himself to the floor, but
here we go
there's
again.
definitely contact. No, it's true.
He's certainly made the most of it, and it's one of those ones. As soon as you go to ground, obviously in the box, the referee, has got a decision to make. Obviously, the referee didn't give it, so obviously VAR have taken control of it, and obviously made him go and have a look at the monitor. But it's soft. It is soft, but at the same time, Aberdeen have had opportunities. Lazatic's a big one. I think Keskinen's another big one. They've had set plays. They could have done better at as well. So there have been moments in the game that Aberdeen could have, found the back of it. I mean, this one's a massive opportunity.
Now,
oh, there you go.
I think if that's a striker full of confidence, as soon as he comes back inside, head up, you can see the goalkeeper, because Ward wants to play high. You can see him there, how high he's up, sweeper keeper. But as soon as he comes in now, Ward's scrambling. He can't even really see the ball. You have to go early. I really do. I think if he's full confidence, playing week in, week out, he scores.
I mean, Ashish actually makes out a really good late run on his left side. If he maybe gets his head up, he can play him in, but it's that just kind of sums up where the club are at the moment.
Let's get some reaction to this match, because the Motherwell manager Jens Berthel Askew is with Stephen Craigan.
Jens, thanks for joining us live on Premier Sports. What was your feeling about that game, or what's your overriding emotion? Is it relief?
No, it's not relief. It's mainly joy on behalf of everyone who's invested so much in getting where we have, where we are right now, where we're actually winning games, where we are dominating and doing everything we can to win them. It hasn't been the case enough so far, but now we are getting a little bit more than we're getting what we feel we deserve. Even though Aberdeen also had their moments where they shocked us a little bit. We had to pull out some really good saves, some blocks here and there, a few late-minute second tackles, because it's a good team with quality. But the way we are pushing to win a game where we've had chances, we've missed some big chances, we've had the moments, but we keep going for it with everything we have. At the end, I love that expression, and it's fantastic to be in the dressing room, or have been in there a few moments ago, and see a lot of happy faces.
Does it add a bit of extra emotion because of the timing of the goal, how late in the game it was, and didn't give Aberdeen an awful lot of time to get back into it?
Of course, it's always important. When you know you might get one or two more chances to decide the game, then you have to take them, and then it always becomes a little bit emotional, and it's not the whole game that's clear for me in my head right now, because it became very hectic at the end. But I think also after the first goal, we dealt with the last couple of minutes really, really well. We speak a lot about if we score, don't drop back, keep playing, keep pushing for the second goal. Obviously, it was going to be extremely hectic back and forward there, but the way Zappa comes in and decides that he wants to also play his part and come in and gets that penalty, and then delighted to see AP finally on the score sheet. He's really working hard for the team. I think everyone can see that, and he's working really hard to get the chances. He's getting them. I think that will help him go forward a little bit. At least there won't be that many articles about him not scoring. So just delighted on so many levels for that performance in general, and on behalf of all the fans also showing up on a rainy Saturday night to push us through the game.
You've had to suffer at times this season, away to Hearts when you've lost the lead, in Dundee you've lost the lead, in Kilmarnock. The Knights League tonight convinced the players that if they keep doing what they're doing, there's good times to come.
I think everything we've done so far is enhancing that feeling that we are on the right track, and we know that if we keep producing performances like we do, then eventually there will go, the little details will go our way, which they are doing now. Then we have a difficult game next week against the top opponent, and maybe it won't go our way next week. We don't know. Maybe it will, but it's about keep being able to take most of the emotions, the disturbing emotions, out of the game, and just focus on what we need to do, and it is to keep playing the way we do, no matter how hectic the game becomes. We also had a few shocks today that could have kind of shocked our bravery a little bit and have given them some momentum. It didn't. We stuck to the plan, and I think that's probably what I'm mostly proud of right now, because it would have been so easy with 10-15 minutes to go to say no, we don't play with any risk, we don't want to lose the game now. Now we just go up, see if we can win a second ball or two, and then I think we would have slipped. The game would have slipped out of our hands. I think we did exactly what we needed to win the game.
Thanks very much for your time, Jens. Well done tonight.
It's really interesting what he was saying there about this idea of timing of the winning goals in a game like this. What you must have been in teams before in a situation like that where it can sort of add something else to at this stage of the season. What does it do for you with the timing of goals like that?
It's the best feeling, must admit. I mean, to score late on the way they did, 2 goals, and probably see before when you're thinking it's maybe going to end up 0-0. That would probably be the only thing that would frustrate Jens Berthel that they didn't get a goal earlier, because we've been saying it for weeks now. The style that they play in, the way they move up the pitch, is very good to watch at times. It's just that final third bit. Moving forward, they know they've shown character tonight. They've went to the very end, defended well. Yes, Aberdeen had 1 or 2 chances. Of course, they're going to. They've got a good squad. But to go right to the end and fight for it and get the 3 points, I just thought it was overall a good victory.
Well, Jimmy Tilleen doing his very best to try and find that first win of the season. It's now difficult for them to try and find that first victory and that first goal. We'll get the analysis and reaction from him after this short break. Welcome back to Fir Park. It's been a night to forget for Aberdeen and Jimmy Tilleen. He has been giving his reaction to Stephen Craigan.
Jimmy, what's your thoughts on that one, with the goal being so late?
Of course, it's a really, really tough one. I think the team show up today, and we were much better in fighting for our space in the 1-against-1 situations. A better collective. I think the changes we did get good effect on the team performance. I hope the fans can feel the different energy, and I think the connection was back between with the team and the fans today. They get pushed to the end. I think we started well with some really good chances, and then Motherwell controlled the game in the last part of the first half, and I think the last 20 minutes, I think we really went go for a victory, and we have some really good situations that we could score. And the fans were with us all the way. Then, of course, when you get this unlucky goal against you in the 93rd minute, when you are in this run of games, it's really, really tough. So that's what it is.
The manner of the first goal, does that hurt a little bit? Because Dimitar's probably been one of your most consistent performers, yet an individual error gives the opposition a lead.
We always win and lose together, and everybody's. The most important thing for me today was to, of course, get the points, and but that we could connect with our supporters, and the effort was there on the pitch. How we defend together, how we attack together, how we run for each other, how we stand up in the duels. So the belief is there, and now it's super important that we stand up after this loss. Because today I think we deserve more, at least not to lose a game. I don't say Motherwell also have chances and were good, but our performance was one of our better ones this season. And to get this goal against you in 95 minutes is, of course, super tough.
You talk about all the positives from your team compared to Tuesday night, but ultimately it's another defeat. And some people just look at the result and judge that as a standalone, and the noise will continue to grow. How do you deal with that?
No, again, when you are in this business, you can't. What can I say? Like, we have 1 point and score 0 goals. Of course, it's going to be noise, and also some people with doubt for sure. But as a manager or a player, you have to pushing, because you have a responsibility to take us out of the situation, and you can't hide or be afraid to step out again. You have to be strong in this moment and stick together and stand up for your responsibility and for your club and do everything you can. You can't do more than that. Of course, we know it's a result business and we need to turn this around. Otherwise, it's quite difficult for everyone, and specifically me as responsible for the team. So, but right now, I don't focus on that. I focus on the game on Thursday. But it's today. I feel the fans really believe we could win this game. I think they push the players to get these chances. I think they feel a more connection with the team again. We think about the effort they make. But right now, we are in this moment that you also need some luck sometimes to get a point or 3 points today, and then you came out on the other side. Now it's really tough when you have these chances before, 2 or 3 good chances, then you lose in this situation and that way.
Yeah, and another day people look at it, it's a game without a goal, and you say you're creating the chances. Is there a little bit of nervousness and fear in front of goal, do you feel?
I think we have to keep pushing now. I think the good thing today was, if compared with other games, how we arrived to the box or how we were played to individually. I think it was a difference outside on the pitch today, and of course sometimes it's not just there, but we arrived with more presence. I think we tried more. What can I say? They did some really good saves also. I think it was some corner, Nicky had a header or some other shot in the beginning. And we just need to keep pushing to finally, if you're doing this it's actually, if you think about the chance we have this season, it's unbelievable. It's not 1 goal yet. But right now we are there, so we can't hide from that. We just need to keep believing and keep pushing.
On Tuesday night after the game, you said you felt as if that was rock bottom. Do you think this was a big improvement or a small step to where you want to get to?
I think the change we did with the system and the energy was back on the pitch. I think the performance-wise was better, and I think the energy was better. And of course now it's important to stand up again, because now we did some good things today and show this responsibility to play for this club. I think everybody want to show everyone that we promised before the game, but still, as you said, the result is there. But I can't say it's the same level of bad performance as before. I think it was much better today, but the result is not good.
Thanks for your time, Jimmy. Thank you. Thanks a lot.
Jimmy Tilleen saying that, there was some level of improvement that he was saying, which I think is fair, Andy. However, the results speak for themselves, and the results, again, spoke for themselves tonight.
Like Jimmy has mentioned, I think the formation helped. I think it suited the team. I think we looked a lot more solid. We did create opportunities. It's just about taking them. And at the minute, when we do get those opportunities, that's the luck. You've spoken about the luck, but I think there still needs to be harder work done on the pitch. I felt we gave Motherwell too much respect at times. I felt Aberdeen could have pressed them a lot more and tried to turn the ball over a lot. There's plenty of times that could have been possible, but I thought there was too much respect shown to Motherwell.
For that to change, and for it to change enough that Aberdeen are not sitting bottom of the table, what evidence are you seeing that the players are hoping to work harder or are beginning to see that there's shoots of something different happening?
Well, I mean, from evidence of watching this evening, I think there was more energy, certainly more energy, enough energy, absolutely. And I think, listen, I'm sure there's plenty of honest players within that group that know that it's not been acceptable. So tonight shows, percentage-wise, it looked better. I thought they got about the pitch better. I thought created some good opportunities, but ultimately, we need the team need to get over the line.
Were you surprised to hear Jimmy Tilleen saying that it feels as if they've reconnected a bit more with the fans, given the fact that we heard a lot of them booing at the final whistle?
Well, look, I think he's always going to say that. He wants the fans to stay on side and back the team and get behind them. Of course they will, but they're just venting their frustration at this moment in time because it's been a difficult period. I thought they were better. They were better than what they've been, and it's small margins. I mean, they had opportunities to take the lead, and that could be all it takes just to turn the corner and get that momentum, because they've got
Can he turn that corner? I know you're.
I think they've got the squad to do it. No, I think they've got the squad to do it. They've definitely got quality within that team. It's just about bringing it out.
I think you keep going with that formation. Yeah. I do. I think you keep going that for the next number of weeks, and I think that the luck will turn.
The question is, I guess, we talked about at the start of this programme, is why did they not do that maybe sooner, because we saw what it did in the cup final. But listen, these are questions that we can ask again, because we are back with you next Saturday. We're very excited about the prospect of an Edinburgh derby. It's Hearts against Hibs. Hopefully you can join us for that one. Thank you very much, both of you, for your company tonight. You did really well with your Brawley. Well done. Have a good rest of your Saturday night. We'll be back with you next Saturday on Premier Sports. Bye-bye.